You guys, I want you to trust me when I say that I actually do not make a big deal out of what I'm getting ready to say. It's going to sound like it is a big deal, but I would like for you to just see what I'm trying to say, like see what I mean. Sometimes there are people who I catch having a conversation and they say something like, oh yeah, this person worked for me. This person used to work for me. And the person saying it did not necessarily like own the business that they say this person was doing the work at. Maybe you were a manager at this place, but you were the manager of some kind of department for a bigger company, which means it's not your business. You're just an employee. But you, in your employee status, are saying that someone who was working under you, I guess, in your department, that they were working for you. It bothers me when I hear that being said, because even if you were to own this company, I still think that the right thing to say would be that you are working with someone, especially if you want to create this culture of being part of a team. If it was working for you, I would think that it would mean that this person was the sole person running, managing the business, performing tasks at the business, for the business. To me, that's what I think about when I hear someone is working for you. But if you mean that you were this person's boss, I still want you to say that they were working with you, because if it weren't for this indispensable person, member of your team, whatever they contribute, you wouldn't go anywhere. Nothing would get done. You would have no business, whether it's your personal business that you're the sole proprietor of, or whether you're a manager for some kind of department at a bigger company. Let's talk about department stores, for example. So stop saying that someone is working for you, goddammit. It just triggers me. The correct thing to say would be you're working with someone. Like, oh yeah, this person used to work with me. I used to be their manager, this, that, and the other. I don't know, but maybe it's because I don't want to say that I'm a literal person, but maybe it's because those little things, I like to pay attention to detail. Maybe that's an example of how paying attention to detail extends into conversations. But anyway, when I think about big companies and stuff, it's like, okay, you have the facilities manager, and then that manager is usually accompanied by maybe an assistant or two. And those are, by extension, the managers of other departments. And then other department managers have their sub-managers, so that stuff gets managed. So in that instance, even the person at the top of the command chain, I'm still thinking that person needs to say that we are working with them and not for them. Because you may run this facility all that you want, but you're still an employee at this place. Another thing I hear that people say that bothers me somewhat is when they say that they're at their office. Like, say, if we're looking for this person and we say, hey, where can we find you? And the person says, I'm in my office. That's not your office. It can have your name, all that you want, but it's not even your business. It's not your edifice. It's not your place, period. You're just borrowed here, you know? You're employed at this place. So you don't get to say that you're in your office. It just bothers me when I hear little things like that. Again, I'm not saying that I live my days upset that people express themselves in this manner. I'm just trying to tell you that the way that sounds, if you were to think about it critically, you're not speaking correctly. And if you expect respect from your subordinates, then I think you have to start respecting your own position, which is you're not the absolute owner and boss of this place, because you too have a boss to report to. I don't know, you guys. Me personally, I don't know if it's just the way that I was raised or the way that I think in general, but I have never expressed myself in that manner. The only time I do so is if I'm trolling someone, like say someone from another department is visiting my department and is trying to get me to move out the way. Like say the other day, I was in one of the offices And I was sitting by a computer that I wasn't using, but I was conversing with one of my managers. And then this person from another fucking department comes in, and she was asking me to move since I'm not using the computer. And I'm like, excuse me, as far as I know, I'm the one who's authorized to be back here because this is actually my department. And as far as I know, you don't work in this area. Leave. She was like, I've been here every morning, pretty much. I've been here often. And I'm like, well, this morning, the circumstances are different. And I'm telling you to leave because I'm the one who actually has permission to be back here. Especially since I'm from this department. I'm justified. You're not. You're just lazy. You want to sit down as opposed to using the computer in your department where you have to stand up. I'm sorry. But if you don't want to stand up, find another computer except this one. And I am not going to move. I'm not going to inconvenience myself, especially when I was here first and you come back here to bullshit. So in that instance, that is as territorial, as entitled or something as I may ever sound. But even then, I know that that is not like my office. That's not my assigned spot. I'm not owning that spot. But at that moment in time, I was in the middle of something, and this person just storms in somewhere that they ain't supposed to be and then try to tell me to get out the way. Fuck you. So that's what I'm saying, guys. That's why I think the way you express yourself matters, because I'm thinking, why did this bitch not try to go to, maybe one of the managers of the place, see how that works out? She only picked on me because I guess since I don't have a position, then I'm not deserving of the respect that she gives people with the more authority positions. You're messing with the wrong person. All right, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. Are you able to see what I mean? Do you agree or disagree with what I'm saying? Like I said, it's not really a big deal. It's just that I want you guys to know that that is something that I have thought about. The way that we communicate, the way that we express ourselves. Me personally, I take great pride in that stuff. And I was wondering if any of you have ever thought of that, or maybe you have met someone who had a similar opinion to mine, or maybe you yourself considered it but didn't think anything of it. Let me know. I'm really curious about this one. All right, I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.